points is unrivaled to this release stage at the moment. But some teams cooking with a little bit more heat all of a sudden. Amit, Guild getting themselves in the picture. 2 more drops to see if they can keep it up.
Here we go. The crowd's getting excited because we're in the end game. Match number 7. Only 2 maps to go to crown your champion. The very first champion of the Esports World Cup. Here with Warzone, and well, back to Guild we go as they win this gunfight yet again. I feel like they're trying to send a message to aydan, and unfortunately it's not being received.
But that one, clean as all get out. So now you can essentially sit here and say, let's let them respawn back in and see if we can farm them a little bit. Madi also, seen from the top side, he will drop. Navi, other part of the map, over towards Control Center. They continue to battle over the top of usually what is a mid. So now we've got a couple of these squads who need points starting to actually win out in their preferred zones.
Yeah, history continues to repeat itself, map after map. Nobody changing up strategies, at least not the maps we can see. You've got Omit and Navi continuing to fight each other. You've got Rodrigo, you've got Guild fighting each other, and the same team's mostly winning. Omit coming out on top on this one, at least for a moment here. They had a pretty solid last map. They did just barely fall in third, which is heartbreaking if you're an Omit fan. They did have around 14, 15 eliminations, so looking stronger. They got to make a move now, though. They cannot hang out here in this fight for too long. This is the quagmire we talked about.
Correct, but both teams don't want to give this up. Amit off their respawn, able to put themselves in a fighting condition, but there again, the mortar strike being called in. It forces everyone onto the interior. Limax trying to chase down what could be one of the final kills, but again, it's just not as clean as what we saw from yesterday from Navi. They're not able to find the kills to get Amit completely to bounce out of Control Center. As we head over towards Syndicate, this is the other side of the map towards Chem. They've done well to find most of new icons who are stuck now at Harbor.
Yeah, Syndicate's really got a bit quiet for me, at least.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been waiting on Dongy to kind of wake up, and you heard it in the interview. He actually talked about it. People are changing up their strategies, and apparently it's coming back to bite them. Believe does get taken out by Vitality. Would love to see them step up in the end game to try to make a late game push up this leaderboard. Folks, reminder, tons of money on the line. It's $1 million, and it's all delineated through all of these teams, so every position you climb means more cash to your name, as all of a sudden, Omit is wiped. Navi, wake up. You've taken out a team. It's time to make a move now.
Problem is Falcons is right here. So Navi is just not going to get a chance to sit there and take a breath. Falcons, who are clean, uncontested on strongholds as they often are now saying, let's get involved. We got our loadouts. Let's see if we can bully out some teams. And not only are they going to find Navi, they may have an idea that Destroy's team is nearby.
Yeah, Zix here as well. Yeah, that's that #1 team right around the corner. They're red. And this is really smart from the Falcons because they know that spot's been contested the whole time. They hear the signal flares that are the bullets flying in the air, so they're going to keep cooking. But speaking of cooking, Prison. It's on fire right now. Look how many teams are at Prison. Some on top, some below, some people floating. But right now, Fnatic in trouble. Breaking cameras, breaking ankles, working together as a team. Cams does finally fall.
But AB Wiz is here. You've got Guild still in pieces. aydan has been able to farm up a little bit more. So everyone still fighting over towards the yard. Skullface down. Whoa! Whoa! King AJ puts him on his face. Oh my goodness, it looked like Skullface had him dead to rights, but King AJ with a little turn and burn.
We gotta go to Guild. They're on 11? Shit, we haven't even started closing this first circle. Are you kidding me? We're just now about to get to second, and they're on 11 kills, double digits from Prison. Guild is taking over Prison right now, opening up the bottom of this leaderboard and wiping them all out.
Pushed off aydan again. I mean, they're just legitimately dominating over the top of Prison. And it does feel like they don't want to deal with the minutia of let's have some loot, let's let them have some loot, then let's battle. It's no, let's just beat them with pistols. And so far, that has worked out for their last consecutive drop. So now on the reset, SGP Syndicate have to find a spot to land. Guild not going to be able to see too much. They do see a lot of loadout drops right towards the backside of Prison, so expect them to kind of keep their eye on that.
Yeah, and it also means you can see why. Look at that. Prodigy down below with Believe, Maddie, Skullface still there. All these teams trying to regain. You put Fnatic on your back foot. That's exactly what Falcons wants.
Yeah.
This is ideal. They might be just saying, hey, Guild, you keep doing your thing. We're going to clean up the other side, and they're going to hang out here in Stronghold for a moment, get their loadout, and then move on their merry way and clean up a couple more players.
And keep an eye on Zix, though. They might be feeling a little froggy here. They're dropping in right to the front side of Stronghold, and they may be forced to have to take a fight. But onto the other side of the map. Again, there's going to be a lot of contact over towards this backside of Prison. AB Wiz is on the regain, so don't expect him to be looking for a fight anytime soon. Falcons do get the alert that, yep, Zixt is nearby. Hisoka able to deal with Hamoud, and then Shifty with the smoke will make sure that Biffle can get back into the action.
It's just a perfect team fight. You're never going to beat the Falcons in a true 3v3, and let alone a 2v3 where it's in their favor. They send 2 out usually and win those, so when you're down in numbers against Falcons, good luck, my friends. But again, yeah, you're right. We saw AB Wiz run out of prison. It was because of Guild. Guild got back into the bottom of showers and pushed everybody back out. Guild is on fire right now, looking for more, as it looks like finally Maddie able to drop one of the Guild members off screen, as again, the Falcons playing around with this Zig squad, trying to eliminate them and then move up into living quarters.
Yeah, this fight here is a little bit inconsequential. They're going to sit here and have this battle for a while. The ones that we really need to keep our eye on are what's happening topside at prison once again. AB Wiz has gotten themselves into fighting form. You've got SGP, Syndicate, and Guild that are in the area, but Syndicate are on the bounce back. Guild, not as much. A couple of staggers, but they have full weapons for the last 2 members, but they're still standing strong.
Yeah, and we actually see a couple of Vitality trying to make a move into prison as they're trying to regain. AJ does take Water Tower after a regain, and well, PAs galore. Nobody's going to wipe him off. So several teams off screen, not able to make a move onto prison. And again, Wars says, hey, we got bottom prison. Why not top as well? Yep. Almond with an angle here. Watch out for the snipes. It does not matter. Wars great tracking and the cleanup, and no bullets fired. It does not look like Fnatic can get anything going this map entirely because of this Guild team.
Yeah, the Guild strategy hasn't necessarily been radically changed, but they are getting more aggressive early and saying, we'll take our battles from the moment we hit the ground. And with them winning them, they can hold on to that bottom side prison way better than they had previously. Over towards Na'Vi, the game has been for them reset, regain, reset, regain. Can we find a spot to land? And now they may have a small window here. Destroy has largely been dropping over towards the docks, but Na'Vi could potentially fight this with a couple of members from Vitality also staggeredly trying to work their way in through dock.
Quick nod to that leaderboard, by the way. Guild is still in 4th, but they jumped all the way up to 94.5 points, so about a 50-point spread as Na'Vi tries to jump. About 50 points is what they need, and unfortunately, Destroy's team playing perfectly together to find 2 and leave Limax trying to regain. Yeah,
this pretty much throws Na'Vi out of the conversation for top 5 in my mind. They just have not been able to get any ground to work with. Nothing towards control, nothing towards headquarters, and nothing towards the docks. Really unfortunate scenes after what was a very strong group stage for them. On the regain over towards Falcons, though, trying to find some ground with the Heretics members. Again, this was a battle that happened early on in towards this initial drop, and it looks like for Hisoka, they have an idea that someone else is here, but we'll take a look as we look at the rest of the map. A lot of open space through headquarters at the moment as team number 2 and Fnatic have used that as their staging ground to try to get aggressive.
Yeah, look at this map view. The only people even in the zone are what? Fnatic, Guild, barely, and a couple people lurking on the outskirts, and then that Zix team who actually hit a redeploy drone, swung all the way over, flying in because they saw a wide open living quarters station. The problem with this Zix squad is that if the Falcons come out of this alive, that's where they're going next. So here we go, still back to the Falcons, want to make sure they win this. It is a full team of 3 versus 3, and well, it's looking like Heretics can't get anything going as expected.
Yeah, Heretics are still trying to float in. That's the big thing. So it's one of those situations that as much as there was a member there to contest them, the rest of the Heretics were hoping there was more ground for them to get loot. Not the case, so they have to reset. Back towards Guild. They continue to find stray members of Team Izund, but keep an eye on number 5 in green on your minimap. That's AB Wiz & Co. Fully healthy, hearing all these shots. They've turned their attention over towards prison. They may try to third-party this.
Yeah, I think it's a great shout. I think they need to. They're charging in through the bottom right now. Watch out. They're about to come busting through the doors. But King AJ is ready, checking all the corners, and actually going to play a little bit of a high ground position here. Goes back up to the mid-range, finds an angle. I think they know that some of these teams are going to try to push to them, especially with the zone pull right now. King Mahdi's team continuing to try to regain on the outskirts. That's that yellow 7 we've been seeing all day. And then back to the Falcons we go, as guess what? They're moving up not towards living quarters this time, but back to control, where they've farmed teams in the past. The question is, will Na'Vi put up a fight this time around? It's not looking like it, as Fnatic back to Almond again in a tower. They are in trouble. They are on their back foot.
Yeah, the members for Guild continue to just win out the bottom spots over towards prison. But again, AB Wiz's team has now fully rotated with all 3 members. They've been able to catch vision, but there's also Team Izund in the way. So with only a couple more moments here before we start to lose respawn, Guild need to take a breath. You cannot force this gunfight. King AJ is going to get some control here over towards headquarters. That's where the rest of Guild are going to land and try to get themselves back to fighting form as we see the battle between Izund and AB Wiz Wiz play out in the kill feed, and it was clean for team number 7 in yellow.
It took a while for AB Wiz to get there, and unfortunately that delay means see you later. You are out of here. Circle closing, the siren sounding. It sounds like Resurgence is about to close, my friends, which means it's about to get real mixy as Biffle continues to find kills in the kill feed. Not as fast of a start as we've seen in the past. There's a little bit of a slow play here because of this Heretics team just being a thorn in their side.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. It just means they're not going to drop maybe 30 kills like Fnatic did earlier. Quick look at the map. You saw the circle. You still have Zix team on the edge and a ton of squads having to rotate through Prison and Factory where Twisted Minds might start getting mixy. Team 3, look at them. Orange, light orange over there fighting Team 14. That's a big fight.
Yeah, it's going to be really important one for Twisted Minds because Icons are on a bit of a burner, but Guild, like we mentioned, over here at headquarters, this is where they had to reset towards, and it has not gone particularly well for them. War's down, likely about to be out. AJ as well, also dealt with right as soon as the respawns closed. So now you're just looking at Vision to try to hold on a little while longer to see what he can do, maybe find himself a buy later into this map.
Yeah, he's got to get some resources. Guild's on a barn burner. They're on 16 right now, but only one alive. Back to the Falcons. We're going to fight yet again, and we're fighting Zix. Zix will not relent. Crims finds an angle, but again, Biffle always has the trades. Nice play from Ahsoka and Biffle. They have every angle to secure at least one of elimination and take a 2v2. Now they're going to readdress this fight from a different angle and hold on and stay patient. Again, they cannot fall right here if they want to protect their lead.
The other thing about this is there's a couple of squads nearby that could try to third party. I'm looking at new Icons, number 14 and number 6 in Vitality. They have not been in a lot of action lately, so the assumption would be that they could absolutely fight in where they currently stand utility-wise. But largely speaking, everyone is fine right now. Everyone's been able to get back into the map, but you've got a huge collection of players right here outside of headquarters, which is, again, where Guild were trying to land on, but it's now being heavily contested by teams like SGP, aydan, and as well Fnatic, who are also on 14 kills.
Here comes Twisted Minds sneaking through the edge of the zone. Where are the players? They're about to peekaboo on somebody. Somebody's going to get a jump scare here shortly. All going to move together. They are having a little bit of a slow game. Not a lot of people rotated through them. They've just been waiting. They're making a wide wrap through the outside. Look how many teams are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, all on the outside of the zone and all having to move all the way around. Everybody's going to skate this south side of the zone and creep up. Guess to who? The Falcons, all the way on the stronghold side.
And this is a convoy of 3 different squads trying to make their way from house to house. I mean, this is apartment shopping at its finest right now between these 3 squads. But the problem is, Twisted Minds, who are behind this whole play, are also being looked at from above. But now the circle, going to force action all the way across the board. Plates are in, smokes are out. Twisted Minds trying to find the follow-up on where Team Zix is.
Yeah, this is what Danger likes to call the death ball. Run all 3 together and just run through everybody in your way, especially when you have player advantage. Fnatic don't have player advantage, but they're going to push the equation anyways. They drop 1. We see Zix fall. We saw Heretics fall. Several teams falling quickly. No more Resurgence. I mean, teams are going to get cut down quickly on the rotation. Everyone hiding in tents. These tents only provide visual cover. You can wallbang all of them, and Vision knows it. Has been hanging out here for the last like 3-4 minutes, and by himself finally finds a weapon, somehow still alive. Fnatic is out of here. 9th place. They get no multiplier. Nothing to write home about. They're going to fall, and so does Destroy.
Falcons once again on the high ground. Not as comfortable as we'd seen them previously, but still well within the bounds of being able to look down towards these tents, no worries. Obviously, number 11, that's going to be Vision, down and out. Heretics making a long wrap around the back, are able to find him. Oh, pardon me, that's Navi. It's part of my French there, so to speak. As now there's an opportunity for the rest of the squads to possibly work their way in, but again, that high ground position from Falcons currently possibly the power spot.
Twisted Minds in a really good position here to win it all. They only have 6 eliminations, very uncharacteristic of them because usually teams have been rotating to them and they're just farming. This time around, no one came their way. They only have 6 kills to boot, and they're in 6 right now, 6 teams on the board. Multipliers aren't going to help you at all, gentlemen. You got to wipe all of these teams if you want a sizable jump up this leaderboard. But right now, you're playing spoiler to the Falcons. You cannot let them get a 2x multiplier. It's about to be out of reach for a couple teams. If they do, we only have 1 more map after this, and Twisted Minds are being patient because they got 2 teams above them, and finally Ixion falls.
Yeah, any stray kill is a good kill right now for the side of Twisted Minds, but this does look like it's going to be a matchup between Twisted Mind and Falcons. This could be eventually who we see our championship determined between. Circle's going to put them right in the middle of the street. Here we go.
Right in the middle. No more zones to work with. It's all going to close wide out into the open. No cover, no boons. Use your PDSs. Gas mask resources are going to come in clutch here. Who shoots first? It looks like Knights get a free kill. That means top 3. That means nothing for your multipliers. It's all about top 2. Twisted Minds and Falcons are on the same side. Knight knows it. Biffle knows it. They're all fighting each other. Knight trying to chase down Ahsoka. Ahsoka in a tear up above does get cut down. Knight cuts him down. Out of here. Falcons fall. Twisted Minds have the game in their hands, but the question is, Team 14,
New
are
Icons.
they going to be able to pull this out? New Icons out of nowhere. It is entirely on the back of C-Smith, deep into the gas.
They have 15 kills, Coach. Secretly and very quietly, New Icons are putting together a burner couple of maps. It just comes down to, can they actually find the kills to collect? Not going to happen. They're going to die out.
Z-Smith's not going to give this kill away. That's 2 points to the side of New Icons. Just going to try to heal and survive as long as he can. A New Icons victory here, that's a 30-point game with
Huge.
a 2x multiplier, unless something crazy happens. There's the kill coming through. Drake gets it. New Icons on top. You hear crowd cheering. The New Icons needed that, and they needed it bad. They might just jump